This week's Strictly Come Dancing will celebrate 100 years of the BBC with themed dances that give a nod to the network. And comedian Jade Adams will be honouring one of the BB's most beloved icons, Victoria Wood, with a Charleston to the Stars famous ballad of Barry and Frida, Let's Do It. It's 6 years since Dinner Ladies creator Victoria died from cancer aged just 62. It later transpired that the Lancashire-born star had been diagnosed with the disease 4 years earlier, with her authorised biography, Let's Do It, revealing how she quit directing BBC's Loving Miss Haddo for a year of radiotherapy, chemotherapy and ops on a malignant lymph node and cancer in the tummy area. Her son Henry, now 30, was living at home with her in Highgate, North London. He remembers, "It didn't feel that ominous. It was like, uh-oh, it's cancer. It looks like it's going to be okay, but we just have to get through it." However, daughter Grace, now 32, sensed the news had hit her mother very hard. She says, "She shared what she had to, but, given the choice, I think she'd have shared none of it." After being forced to take a back seat on Loving Miss Haddo, Victoria chose to attend hospital appointments alone, telling TV writer Peter Bowker, "I can't be bothered to put a good face on it and be jolly." Then, with just a week of radiotherapy left, she had sudden pain and swelling in her leg, and was rushed to hospital with a blood clot which required another operation. She described her convalescence in hospital as a hellish 3 weeks. She was subsequently given the all-clear, but the cancer returned in 2015. Victoria's last public appearance was in June 2015, and she was noticeably absent from a screening of her project Fungus the Bogeyman that November. And another patient at the Finchley Memorial Hospital in North London recalled meeting Victoria in the canteen weeks before her death. Tragically, by then the disease had already taken such a toll on Victoria that patient Sue Spinks didn't recognise the much-loved star, who was still cracking gags and making others laugh. "Victoria was on her own at the time, and just started chatting to me," said Sue, from North London, who was at the hospital for blood tests. "We were both waiting in a cafe area ahead of going in to see a doctor, and she was asking lots about me. But it wasn't until she got up and left that I even realized who she was. She looked so different. She had lost a lot of weight. She was very thin and her hair looked much darker. It was sad to see, but it obviously hadn't affected her sense of humor because she was still cracking jokes. There was some very bad weather at the time and she was joking about who gave the storms all those silly names. She was such a lovely lady, and it's very sad news that she has passed away." Although Victoria had been taken into hospital for the final weeks of her illness, she insisted on going home to her house in Highgate at the end. One friend said, "She had been in hospital a few weeks ago, but had made it clear she wanted to come home, and that's exactly what she did. She made sure she spent that time in the home she loved with the people she loved." Close pal Julie Walters, who worked with her on a string of TV hits, told how Victoria was in a state of determined denial. Dame Julie, 71, explained, "Vic said, I just need to get this managed, the pain. And then I'm going to write something." They were sending her home to die, in fact, but she wasn't going home to die. It was her way of dealing with it. "Otherwise you have to face, okay, this is the end." She didn't want to do that. Late on the Tuesday, just hours before she died on April 20, 2016, she was still laughing and joking with Grace. Henry and other close family members thought to have included her ex-husband Jeffrey Durham, who she married in 1980 before separating in 2002. A friend said, she was sat up in bed talking and joking at 11 p.m. with her family around her, but the next morning she died. They added to the Sun, it has shocked the family, but she dealt with it in her own way. She always knew what she wanted and liked to be in control. She handled the cancer the same way. Her big brother Chris Footwood revealed that having shielded her children from the spotlight, it was in accordance with Victoria's wishes that her illness was kept secret. Victoria was a very private person and was adamant her private life was kept separate, especially when it came down to her 2 children, he told Good Morning Britain. When it came down to her final illness, she was determined it would not leak out and her wishes were complied with. Very few people knew she had a terminal illness. While the type of cancer Victoria had has never been disclosed, her good friend and collaborator Julie Walters did reveal it was inoperable. The talented duo first met in 1978 when they worked together in a show called In at the Death at the Bush Theatre in London. They went on to work together for 35 years and are best known for their sketch show Wood and Walters, Victoria Wood as seen on TV and Dinner Ladies. And what Julie didn't know as she sat by Victoria's hospital bed was that she too was suffering from cancer. She wasn't diagnosed with stage 3 bowel cancer until 2018, and said it made her realize how scared her friend must have been, knowing that unlike Julie, she couldn't have surgery to fix it. I thought of her and how frightened she must have been. Because at least I could have an operation. They couldn't operate on her cancer, she told Victoria Derbyshire's BBC Two show. But the other thing I thought was, God, the last time I saw her was in the hospital sitting by the bed. And I had cancer at the same time. If she had known, it would have given her hope. It's comforting. Strictly Come Dancing continues tonight at 6:40 p.m. on BBC One. Who do you think will end up in the Strictly Dance-Off this week? Have your say in the comments section below. Read more Strictly Come Dancing 2022 Strictly fans complain moments into show's Strictly Week 4 leaderboard in full. Strictly pros reveal backstage secrets. Jade's emotional tribute to late sister.